Oh.
You sure they
No, my
can?
best friend Glenn, she's the lender for Rockland. Yeah. You know anybody who's.
Maybe your.
Got really. That's why I said I don't want this. This applies.
I normally go for a little break. I think I'm putting it back.
Are we ready to begin? Oscars, are we ready to begin? Hey, guys, you're ready for the, let's go. I'm gonna have all day.
Yes.
Come on, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, so we're gonna get started with an incredible meeting. It's gonna be a twofold. You're gonna get two for the price of one, okay? Have you ever went and bought a BOGO? Buy one, get one?
Yeah.
Yeah, today you're gonna get a BOGO, okay?
Oh.
BOGO, buy one, get one.
Not anymore.
Well, today you're gonna get a buy one, get one, okay? Free. My name is Oscar Campa, and I brought a special guest speaker. His name is Oscar Campa.
Oh, your son.
Okay, so we're gonna get two for the price of one. Joe is an instrumental person in our success here, not only for a lot of us, because, you know, he has a lot of knowledge, wisdom, but he also inspired me to find a niche for everybody to have. And I have some good products, but my son brings a couple of niche products, and we're a team. I represent Rocket Mortgage. We work together before in the past, and now he's a branch manager. So we're gonna go forward and get started. But do take notes, because we're gonna try to squeeze it in an hour. After this hour, we're gonna have another presentation on lead management and how you can actually get something free. And he'll explain a little bit how you can get something free, which is sellers. Okay, a list of sellers, 5,000 of them. Okay, so hopefully you stick around as well. But I'm gonna get started and letting you know a little bit about our company. I'm not gonna go through detail because everybody says, who cares? But there's a couple of things that I think you might find interesting, okay? And let me see, is it filming me? There it is. And is it able to move now? There it is. Well, you guys know who Rocket Mortgage is. We are the #1 lender in the nation. And a little bit of highlights about our company, but I don't want to go through all that. This is very important. Does anybody or everybody Google or actually go and see reviews when you're gonna buy some jewelry, some pants, computer, a car? They just talked about when you're gonna buy a house, where do you go to? Online, correct? Well, we've been ranked #1 in customer service for 13 years, well, 12 years, and we missed 1 year. We missed 1 year to the competition. Now the competition, but I consider it my son. So we lost it to his company for 1 year. But we've been #1 in customer service for 12 years in a row. Now, really, really quick, I do want everybody to know that the services that we provide will help you with flyers, products, we whole brand, your name, my name, etc. And we also do social posts. Very, very important for you to know that you don't need to worry about materials. We have it covered for you, okay? Now, on this part, I just want to get your phone out real quick. And get that QR code. If you can't get it, I think this is covering it. I don't know if we could get this down or not.
No.
Are you able to get it? Does it come up? Yes? Okay, and save it, okay? Now, our company has many departments. It has Rocket Homes, Rocket Money. I don't know if you guys ever tried Rocket Money. It's really, really good. It's better than Credit Karma. It's actually #1. It beats Credit Karma and a lot of other apps. So, and then we have Rocket Mortgage. But I want you to go here, not for the houses, even though you could look at the houses. I want to see a market. I want Sandy to show us what you can do with this product, okay? So we're gonna look at first at Brentwood, the market report. So you can be an expert in your area. Really quick, talking about the market report, you go and check it out. I go up a little bit or scroll down. It's a neutral market in Brentwood. There's not a lot of activity. You go down more. It gives you the average medium purchase price of 1.39. I know there's more and there's less, but that's what it is. Now we're gonna go to Beverly Hills. Big difference. Woo, the market is hot right there. If you could see, it's really hot. Now go down. That's the average price, but look at how much it's gone up in 1 year, $721,000. So if you could afford in Beverly Hills, you will make $720,000 in just 1 year. Now, this was just a short brief of some of the services that Rocket offers. You have it on your phone, play around with it, check out the different markets in different areas. It's very, very accurate. Can we go to the next slide? And I want to get to the meat and potatoes, so that's why I'm going a little bit fast. Mortgage services. One of the most important things that a lot of lenders have, especially good lenders, is that they'll take an application today. And if I get the paperwork from the customer before 7 tonight, our company will have a full approval with an underwriter by 9 a.m. the following morning. 9 a.m. the following morning. What does that give you? The power to actually even go and make cash offers if you feel confident enough. You feel confident enough in the lender, feel confident enough with your lender, your loan officer, you could actually remove contingency. So we do verified approvals so that you go out there and sell houses knowing that the people are going to qualify. Credits, we do soft credit pull all the time. It's a two-step. We do the first soft pull just to make sure that the customer understands. We give them numbers. It's good for 90 days. If they decide to move forward, then we do a hard inquiry. Upgrade. We can upgrade your customer's credit for free. We have an internal department, a huge internal department. We run the credit. Sandy's credit is 560 and we need 580. You know what, Sandy, we will help you. Come on over here. We'll take care of you as long as you work with us, of course. And hopefully we do get them up and then we get them to a point where they can buy. So take advantage of it. If you have somebody that has bad credit, we can help them out for free.
How long does it take?
Depending on the situation. But most of the time it's paying down debt or getting another credit line, et cetera, et cetera. Rate shield, we guarantee the rate for 90 days. There's a little bit more integral to this. Ask me how that works. There's a cost to it. Rocket rewards, you can get rewards towards buying a house. We can talk more about this. Mortgage products, that's the meat and potato that I want to get to. I'm going to have about 10 minutes and then I'm going to have my son 10 minutes and then you guys are going to ask questions and answers to the products that we have, okay? Temporary buy down, #1 product right now selling, #1 product. And what we can do is give you an idea of how much it costs for the seller. So instead of having a price reduction, they give you a credit. Instead of having a $50,000 price reduction with about $20,000 to $15,000, they could buy down the rate from 6.9 all the way to 3.9. 3.9 1 year, 4.9 the next year, and then 5.9 the following year. So it's a 3-2-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down. It doesn't have to be 3 years. It could be 2 years. It could be 1 year. Many sellers are doing this. I have a property right now that we're marketing in Pacific Palisades. The seller, instead of reducing it, they're paying for a 3-2-1 buy down. The rate is starting at 3.9. The customers feel comfortable. Why? Because you know they're going to refinance. They have to refinance when the rates go down. So it's just a temporary thing. Is it adjustable? No, Mr. Buyer, it's not an adjustable. It's a temporary buy down that the seller from his pocket is paying for the difference for your payment every single year. Number one product. Remember, 2-1 buy down or 3-1 buy down. And we could give you scenarios. We could do flyers that show the first payment, the first year, the second year, and the third year. So take advantage of that. Try me out, test me, and I'll give you one for you to see. Purchase Plus. Now, in here, there's a city that's not there, which is Riverside and San Bernardino. You may not use it, but if you do have customers that are in San Bernardino, we give them $7,500 absolutely free. The rate is lower and the PMI is lower. Not many lenders have this product, and San Bernardino Riverside just got in the map. It's just not on this particular slide. Again, you may not use it, but if you do have buyers that want to go over there, because that's the only place they can afford, and a lot of people are doing that, definitely look us up on that product. Manufactured homes. This is an easy buy because they're 300, 400. Yes, you still have to pay for the place that you're at, but manufactured homes are very, very good for low-income people, people that cannot afford the $1 million homes here in the West Side. I know that we would love to just deal with high balance people, jumbo people, but once in a while, we're gonna have a straggler come in and say, hey, I only make this much and I wanna buy a house, my very first house, me and my family, what can I afford? Manufactured home. Co-ops and condos, we have our own condo department. You give me the condo name, we look it up, see if it's approved. If there is any litigation on there, we do all the homework for you. Sometimes for FHA, you need to have a condo that's approved. Conventional, they're a little bit more lenient, but we have a department that just works on that. FHA loans is the way to go. Right now, we're in the low 6.3, 6.5. Those rates are incredible for FHA buyers. You can get a gift. You can put 2 or 3 buyers. The ratios are higher. You qualify for more. If you compare a conventional with an FHA, it's about $50,000 more than you can buy with an FHA. So if you need something like that, this is it. Oh, but it has PMI. Well, yeah, you put 3.5% down only, and you're not going to stay with it because you're going to refinance and get out of it into a conventional, which is the one that you're going to stay with the life of the loan forever. So this is an entry one for first-time buyers. FHA loans are the way to go. I've done many of these, thousands of them. VA loans, for those that specialize with VAs, it's an incredible program. Zero down, no PMI. And if you are in disability or you got disabled during a VA, there's no MIP or no, what is it called? Funding fee. It's called the funding fee that they normally tack on to the sales price. So zero down plus like 2.25. So that's where your loan starts. If you've been on disability SSI, they take that out. No PMI, no down payment. Besides the 3-2-1 buy down, this is the best program for any buyer they're veteran. So ask them, you're veteran. Ask them, this is great. Jumbo, this is the market over here. Now, of course, I cannot do the $6, $7, $8 million loans. Those are big banks, big institutes. A lot of lenders don't want to put all that money into one place. We could go up to 3 million, which is still very comparable here. My rates are very, very, very competitive. But one of the things that we have is that we could go up to 2 million with 10% down, and there's no PMI. No PMI up to 10% down, which is incredible. A lot of lenders don't do that. Yeah, a lot of lenders don't do that. Now, all these loans we service, we keep, which means that's how we're able to get good pricing because we have them here. And when they come back and refinance, we do a free refinance. So you can tell your customers, hey, you work with Roy Mortgage, you buy right now, and when you refinance, when the rates are lower, you don't have to pay any fees. We will help you out. That's lender fees, okay? So keep that in mind, very important. But the jumbo is really where we're going to be at. And this I can also do in the time frame that I told you, in by 7, approval by 9 a.m. the next morning, even on jumbo loans. Okay, you try to get an approval on a jumbo loan with the regular institute, but a week to 2 weeks sometimes. It's just hard because it's big institutes. Now I know that there's probably questions. Give us a minute only so that I can go ahead and go through this and then also let him present some unique programs that I believe everybody's going to also have an opportunity to share with buyers. And then we'll open up for questions and answers. So do take some notes there. So jumbo is the way to go in this area, and I have that program. Let's work together. I love you. Okay, here's a QR code that I also want you to take down, please. And by the way, my Instagram is @ocampa. If you want to follow me, I will follow you. You follow me, I follow you. I would say a joke that's out of place if my son wasn't here, but I'm gonna hold it for another time. I follow you, you follow me, okay? You remember that joke? Yeah, I'm gonna say it anyways, okay? It was an Asian individual, and we used to fax things before, so he used to say, fuck. I fuck you, you fuck me back. I shouldn't have said it, but I said it just because it's always been in my mind. Okay, so this link is my website where you could send customers. Doesn't it come up
No.
for nobody?
It does.
Oh, wait, it is loaded.
Okay, all right.
Good.
All right, cool. So that's my website. If you could just remember it, if you want to send a customer, hey, go online, Oscar will be notified and he'll be able to take care of you. Now, the reason why we made it short is because there's gonna be more questions than there is a presentation. Now, without further delay, I do want to present somebody that started with me ever since he got out of high school. And he told me, Dad, I want to work where you work. And I said, you don't even know what I do. And he says, no, you know what? I know that you make a lot of money. And I want to be able to work and have my wife stay home with my children the way that our mom stood home with us. And I said, that's incredible. And that was the principle, the reason why he wanted to do what I did. Of course, he fell in love with it after. And we worked together every single year for the last 13 years. Just recently, I got an opportunity to come here to Rocket Mortgage and be with lovely people in the West Side, and I took advantage of it. And he's still running the company that he works for, but we work together, we help each other out. He can't do jumbos, and I can't do reverse. You know what I mean? So that's why he's here. So Oscar, let's give him a round of applause.
I'll just, can I say that?
Yes, of course.
Oh, to go to the next page?
Yeah, just scroll to it.
Awesome, okay, yeah. So I don't have a fancy presentation. I've been in this for 13 years, and if you're looking for more opportunities to generate more leads, get more opportunities to close deals, right? That's what we're all here for. That's what my main goal coming into the business, helping my dad out, has always been for the past 13 years. How can we help our referral partners generate more leads and have more opportunities to close deals? And with the amazing programs and rates that Rocket has, this is just a compliment to be able to know if someone crosses my path that is mentioning this, I know someone that can do it. And that's really all I want you to take away from what it is my segment is going to be, is not to know the exact guidelines and parameters of every program, but just to know that I know someone that can fit this, right? If you hear a keyword, I have someone, and let's not lose this lead, right? So what we have that is a little bit different, that differentiates us, right? I have some flyers here, and you guys will get a copy of this if you guys would like. But the main thing that I want to point out is we are an amazing lender, and my team does first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance, community assistance in the best way possible. We're actually probably the #1 lender in California that is partnered directly with CalHAFA. We're one of their preferred lenders. So we are doing the Dream for All program that you're probably seeing around out there all over the place. We are pre-approving our clients right now and making sure that they are ready by April 3rd to be able to register, and with hopes to take full advantage of that program. And I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper on it because I know it's a hot subject right now. I'm going to get through these flyers kind of briefly, so that way then I can get to really the meat and the potatoes of it. So we do have the buy now, right? Very similar to the pre-approval that allows you to submit without any contingencies. This is, we will buy the property all cash while your client is in the process of getting completely approved. So if there is a short contingency and you say, hey, we don't have a 30-day escrow, we don't have a 21-day escrow, we don't have a 17-day escrow, Guild, my company, will say, okay, we're going to go ahead and buy it. And while you're in the process of getting financed with us, then we will go ahead and transfer the loan over to you. There are specific details about it. I know that it's somewhat different, but this cash offer program was extremely popular when the market popped in 2020 and 2021. If you guys remember those years, they were the golden years. This program was the only way you were able to get a home at that time. All cash offers, 30% down, 20% down. First-time home buyers were kind of out of the market, and this is how we brought them back into the market. Oh, sorry about that. So all cash offer if we need to essentially adhere to certain timeframes. The next program that we're going to be talking about is renovation. I know there's not a lot of renovation projects, but for fix and flips, properties that need updates, this is an amazing program. We have a specific department. We bought a renovation company that does renovation loans only, and they are now part of our company. We acquired them. And so all they do day in and day out is figure out how to help buyers renovate homes. Renovation refinance, renovation purchase, FHA, and conventional. And so there is a limited renovation product, which is our FHA. That's for health and safety issues. If you have a property that's a first-time home buyer, they're going in and it's in shambles. You can't live in it. There's all those health and safety. This renovation will finance it. So instead of getting two loans, it's just one loan, one monthly payment with all the renovations factored into it. And then we have the home style renovation, which is our conventional one. And this is where you can really get some luxurious add-ons. ADU additions, pool additions, complete gutting and renovations of bathrooms, kitchens. This one allows you to really customize the home the way you want it. So we always talk about buy the home and make it your own, right? Sometimes it's not the exact way that you want it when you purchase it. This is the way that your clients can buy the home and make it their own. And that way they don't have to worry about, well, this isn't a fix and flip like everyone else is buying out of the market. No, this is better. This is going to allow you to customize it the way that you want it and have what you want in it. So renovation loans, complete department that handles it from start to finish, and that is all they do day in and day out. Our next program that we're going to be talking about is, this is all just some additional information on the renovation and really seeing the true potential, right? How is it that you come across these clients that maybe are not in the price market they want to be at in a particular, or they're priced out of the market where they want to be at in a particular city? Well, maybe you look at the ones that do need some work and you paint the picture vividly for them and tell them, why don't you just make the upgrade yourself? I mean, you're not going to want this kitchen backsplash with the black anyway. You could go ahead and make it white if you'd like, right? Just different ways, different opportunities to maybe, again, harness as much leads as possible, as much buyers as possible, and turn them into an actual transaction. Guilds Complete Rate Program. So this is our program. We are partnered with Form Free. We're one of the only lenders out there. I know it's getting a little bit more traction, but if your clients don't have a credit score, we can approve them. They can close without a credit score. What we're doing is we're essentially looking through the past 12 months of bank statements, making sure they're paying rent on time, phone bills, things like that. Form Free gives them a score, and as long as they fall into a certain score parameter of us, we will lend to them. FHA, conventional, it's not a higher rate. We're essentially establishing a credit score based on certain means that we're looking at bank statements for. So again, if you come across someone, they say, I don't have any established credit. Great, I know a program for you that you don't need established credit. Again, what are we trying to do here? More opportunities to close deals. That is all we're trying to do. Next one. If your clients don't have an SSN, or maybe they're foreign national, maybe they have their money tied up in another country, we do all of that. But our I-10 program, we have an 85%, so 15% down. We do also have a 10% down. And we also have, if they don't have a social, a bank statement program for I-10 holders. So majority of my I-10 buyers, they somehow, some way have a whole lot of money in the bank. Sometimes they own a business and they can't show their taxes. Well, we have a bank statement program that allows them to put 15% down if they have an I-10 number, 15% down if they're a first-time home buyer, and there's certain parameters there based on their credit score if they have one. But just know I-10. If you're having a conversation and someone says, I don't have a valid social, great, I have a program for you. I have someone you need to talk to. I-10, let's get it done. More opportunities to close more deals.
Question
Yes.
quickly. So they have just an IT number. Do they have to buy it with another person who has a legal?
Nope.
They can do it on their own.
They can do it on their own. You can have 3 buyers that all have I-10 numbers. They will still qualify. We don't need someone with a valid social security number.
They have to have at least 10% down, or how much? 15%?
10 to 15% depending on where their credit score is. Non-warrantable condos. This comes up a lot. Sometimes condos are not warrantable. Sometimes you have projects where a lot of lenders won't lend on it. We have a specific department that does day in and day out. We acquire a lot of companies, a lot of departments specifically to do what our referral partners need to do. If you come across non-warrantable condos that are not able to be financed, great, this is a perfect niche, because guess what? If you could finance one condo and help a buyer or seller in one condo, the entire project opens up for you, and now you are the only agent that has the product to service this particular non-warrantable condo area. Yes.
What is a non-warrantable content? Can you give us 2 examples?
Really off the top of my head and with the time, probably not, because I'm on the point I'm a little bit nervous, but I will tell you,
That's a legal,
it's certain litigations and things when a lender pulls up the HOA management company there's certain like litigations on the property that because there's a certain amount of litigation, there's no way, there's no warrant on it, there's not gonna finance it, we can't do it, we don't wanna touch it because it's too much of a risk. It's essentially a risk assessment that the lenders have on a particular condo project. The same way that FHA will only finance FHA approved projects, this is just for any non-warrantable condo. Fannie will not essentially close on a deal on something that is too much of a high risk.
Also, can I just comment on that one real quick?
Yes.
Condo hotels are like condos that also used to be hotels. Another one is if it's more than 50% investment, a lot of lenders won't.
No, they're occupied.
Yeah, their investment property, they won't do that. Right here, they will do that. And then, of course, if there are new projects that are still going through the process of getting everything done.
Yeah, so the bullet points answered the question. I wish I was smart enough to take a look and just say, hey, read this, let me read this. But again, non-warrantable condos, it opens up a whole factor. Another thing that I'm gonna plug in, if a condo is not FHA approved and you have an FHA buyer, we have a department that does spot approvals. Does anyone know what a spot approval is on a condo? Spot approval is you have an entire project that FHA doesn't want to insure. We can take one unit that's listed that is not FHA approved, and we can get it approved if maybe they had it approved and they let it expire, if litigation has been taken care of. So we do the footwork, we get it approved. And then again, what does that do for the entire project? If we can get one approved, what does that do for the entire project? It opens it all up, right? More opportunities to close more deals. This is the reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgage is getting a lot more popular. A lot of agents that I have spoken with in the past were not aware that you can use a reverse mortgage for purchase. You can move up, move down. I have a couple clients that are moving from a 2-story home to a single story because it no longer fits their needs. But reverse mortgage, if they're age 62 or higher, or older, right? That's a weird way to put it. If they're age 62 or older, reverse mortgage might be for them. No monthly payments. We're essentially dipping into their equity, right? It's paying them back. And the big question is, well, does the bank own my home? No, everything's still the same. Their name is on title. They own the home. They can pass it down to any of their children, any of the heirs, anyone that they deem it. Essentially, what this does is it takes advantage of their hard-earned equity. We talk about equity being the biggest moneymaker in the United States, right? In terms of real estate. Well, this is the way that you can actually show them your hard-earned equity over the past 15, 20, 30 years that you've used. You can now tap into it and live the retirement life that you have dreamed of. So 62 years or older, reverse mortgage for purchase, reverse mortgage for refinance, move up, move down, 2 stories down to 1 story, anything along this line. Yes.
Plus, they don't have to have income. You know, a lot of times elderly people, they don't have a job, so.
No income, because essentially, again, you're borrowing against the equity. So really the asset is what it is that we're approving. If the equity is there, if the loan to value is there, we can get it done. There's certain algorithms and factors and equations that are done. And again, that's right. We acquired a reverse mortgage company. This company only did reverse mortgages and now they work with us. They're for us and that's all they do day in and day out. Yes.
This is for someone who's already owned a home, right?
No,
What if somebody who wants to buy a home?
there's a certain algorithm that we use. They just have to bring in down payment, right? So they bring in a certain amount of down payment. They can then start borrowing against the equity because there's some equity there and we break down all the different options. Yeah, so there's someone in my company, they're not particularly on my team, but they help someone buy their first home using the reverse mortgage because they had down payment saved up, but they just didn't have the means. They didn't have income. Their Social Security didn't cover it. How are they going to cover the payments? They brought in a huge down payment, and guess what? There was enough equity there for the bank to say, we'll do it. Because at the end of the day, based on the risk of how old you are, right? That's essentially what we're lending against, is the risk of age to what we don't want to speak about. It makes sense for us at the bank. We'll approve it. She purchased her first home using a reverse mortgage, which means she was over 62 years old, which is amazing. Do you want me to just admit? Yes.
Explain more about after the pass away.
Yeah, we could dive in extremely deep because there's a lot of details about this, but just to be respectful of your time, because I do want to make sure that you guys get to what you guys want to do. We're going to go ahead and dive into the next one, which is builder boost. Not a lot of builder opportunities right now, right? A lot of them are tied up with private lenders and things of that nature. But if you have any builders that you're trying to get in with, we have an amazing set of builder boost options. And that's pretty much it for the presentation. But again, down payment assistance, community assistance. We have the programs that we're approved to do specific cities, specific things. So Pomona has a grant. Sometimes Monrovia has a grant. The money dries up, but as they come back, we are approved to do these. So we can stack down payment assistance of 3%, 3.5% with a grant to essentially really help the client come in with nothing. We do all the down payment assistance programs across California, CalHFA, CHDAT. I think there's a GSFA platinum program. So there's a lot of options for clients that don't have the money for the down payment. They're not someone that we should turn away from. There's someone that just say, hey, I know someone that could help you. Let me go ahead and focus on getting more business in the door. And Oscar and his team, they're gonna do their thing, right? And if they can make something happen, I'm gonna get a call saying, hey, we're able to approve them. And if they can't make something happen, they'll let me know when they can approve them, but we will work with them to get them to where they need to be at. And the dream for all is probably the biggest one. The dream for all, if you have any clients that don't have any money, this might be their one saving grace, their Hail Mary. They may or may not get the money because it is a lottery system, but it's worth a shot if this is the only way they can become a homeowner within the next 6 months. Again, try to create more opportunity to close more deals. And that is my time. Hope I didn't go over. I hope that this was exciting for you, exciting as well for me.
I've seen him present a couple of times and every time he gets better and better. So I am proud of you, son. Thank you for coming over here. Appreciate it. So this is gonna happen next. We're gonna open up for questions and answers. And I know maybe on the reverse, there's some questions. On the Dream for All, there may be some questions. On the Jumbo, there may be some questions. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more questions for him because mine's are vanilla kind of products, you know what I mean? The thing that I have with Rocket is that we're fast and that we have good rates. And then me. Okay, so, but they have a lot of products. When I joined our company, went over there, I went for the array of programs they have. They have more programs than you could imagine. There's a list of about 100 first-time homebuyer programs that they participate in. And I said, this is the key, you know, low down payment, first-time homebuyers, no credit, you know, FHA, you know, Dream for All, Cal HFA, the GSFA is another one where they lend you the down payment for 3%, so you don't come in with 0%. Then it's a second loan that you make payments on. I mean, some creative things. He still has them. So if you have those type of customers, he's gonna be our door. And of course, he refers to me customers when, you know, they're competing. I'm competing with big lenders for good rates and fast. We got to close in 14 days. That's where Rocket shines. So I am going to open it up to questions for him or for I.
Yes.
Gilded.
No.
We are in all states except for New York and Washington because they are the most trickiest to lend in. New York is a big attorney state and there's just legal parameters that are a little bit tough, but all other states, we are there. We could do loans in all other states, originally in all those states, and give them the same level of experience that you'll get with me and my team in that particular state as well. Yes,
Are you open to going with me or to finance?
I am open for anything that generates business. Anything, look,
Great.
I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. I don't have kids, thankfully, yet. So, and my wife, she's in the real estate side, so she's very understanding. So I'm open to do anything that can generate a business and get everyone making some money. Yes,
What's the main difference between you two guys?
really just our age. So the age.
And he's
What
got
you
that
do?
works.
First of all, I think you guys are brothers.
And you know, I had this for the whole week and I just shaved it off, so I wouldn't look big.
In what you guys do. You do loans, he does loans.
Yes.
What is the main difference between you?
Can I take
Yeah.
programs? The programs and the efficiency that he has with high balance and jumbo and really higher tier client and clients that are a little bit more qualified. It's really compared to none in terms of time frame and interest rate competition. That's where he really shines. And I wish I had some of the interest rates for some of the higher tier clients. I don't, because our company was really built, how can we help the low to middle class? We do have jumbo and things like that nature. Oh, it doesn't make sense for me to say, hey, let me give you a rate where he can give you 1 to 1.5% better on this jumbo. So that's where it is that he shines, and he has way more years of experience than me. So he could probably make some deals happen that I wouldn't, which is why I still go to him for advice.
Is there a site that you can find out which cities they have grants?
You can reach out to me directly and I could go ahead and provide that to you, but it is not public information that we have because we're constantly having to renew them. So if we had just a list that everyone could see, they'll ask about a program that doesn't have any money, and what it'll do is it'll create confusion and we'll actually break more hearts that way. So if you reach out to me directly, we can get you a list of approved programs that have funds. Yes. Oh, I thought your hand first.
I'm already following for the Dream for All. Is this starting on April? Sorry if I missed it.
April 3rd. So April 3rd, the Dream for All program is opening up the registration window for 30 days. All clients will only have 30 days to register. Once that register window closes, you're not eligible to even partake in the program.
But there's a pre-process for registration too, right? It's not like, oh, okay, I go and just register.
They have to get pre-approved with an approved lender, AKA me. And we get them approved approval letter on April 3rd, when the online website goes live. They're gonna upload that and they're gonna get a voucher. This voucher is gonna essentially put them in the running to get selected to take advantage of the funds. Doesn't mean that they're going to, because it's a lottery system, so it's not a first come, first serve. They're gonna roll it out. The reason for that is because when this program came out the first time, the funds dried up in 2.5 weeks. They don't want that. They want it to last longer, but yeah, April 3rd.
That brings the, my final question for this issue. So, I was already talking with Oscar Senior.
Yes,
For a couple of my clients. So I'm already telling them, but because so less people just can use it on the previous. So how many people you think will be using it? What is the like? What is the interest on this right now? So is it like 1 in a million, 1 in 1,000?
They're anticipating they're gonna have 30,000 registrants. Is their anticipation, 30,000 registrants. They're estimating that they're gonna be able to have about 2,500. Previously, they helped about 1,800. So a little bit more just with the limitations.
So many of people will get it. I mean,
About 2,500 registrants is what they're estimating.
2,500 will be eligible out of 30,000.
Of what they're advising that might get the funds. So they're estimating around 2,500 registrants.
So get your customers pre-approved with an approved lender. Question over in the back?
Yes.
Yeah, on your jumbo loans. Can you get it with interest only to refi in 5 years? Do you have any programs with that, like the jumbo, because they're so high?
We don't have an interest only,
Okay, so you don't have an interest on the.
but we could do a buy down on that one. Like the way that I started, we could
buy
buy down, yeah.
Okay, now on the other program you had where you don't have to have the social security number for tax purposes. Do they have to, during the course of the loan for the home, obtain a social security number?
No, they essentially would file their taxes with their ITIN number. Right, so that's
Their
what they use to
business
file the taxes.
Is that right?
No, that's
It's an
an,
identification
Oh.
tax ID number.
yeah, that's a different one.
So people who are immigrants and have, yeah, okay. all
Yeah,
right.
it's for immigrants that have a work permit. It's called I-10 Identification Tax ID number. The other one is an EIN number, which is an employer identification
All
number.
right, sounds good, Oscar. Thank you.
And
No problem.
I believe I saw your.
Yeah, just when the customer knows the green program, one, whatever. Because
Yeah.
you register,
They will notify them. Yeah,
you
so,
know when, or how long does it take?
so it was definitely gonna be after March 3rd, May 3rd. So in terms of when it is they're gonna register them, I don't know, because CalHAFA is the actual organization that's putting it together. We're facilitating essentially the financing for it and doing all the running work for them. Yeah. And I think I saw your hand for 2,000.
Also, with CalHAFA, outside of the Dream for All, they already have like NEPA and NEPA programs where the person can go to like a first time home buyer club course or take a
Yeah.
course and get her certificate.
So LIPA, MIPA are separate entities, right? They're additional down payments. So remember, like I said, we have like 100 programs.
So it would be on top of the Dream for All.
So there are certain things that you can stack. But CalHAFA, the Dream for All is not the only program they have. They have the My Home, that house with assistance. So what we're doing is we're getting as much families registered as possible. And if they don't get selected in the first round, then guess what? At least we know that they're approved for down payment assistance. Their purchase power might drop because going from 20% down to helping with 5% is gonna drop them down a bit, but at least they're still approvable and they can go out there and find something. Right now, it's up to us to get them into a home and sell it, right? Yeah. Yes.
Okay, two questions. I saw that you're doing, no SSN loans. What about international? Are you doing?
Oh, what was
People
that?
not living in US.
Foreign national, yeah, yes, we have a program
Program.
for foreign national. Money's tied up, they're out of the state.
That's just.
I mean, out of the
I feel like I need to first ask the permission to come.
Really, I will tell you this, either one of us, right? If it's a special program, ask him, he'll know, hey, yeah, you know, it's that to talk to
I'm
us.
Because I'm kind of working with international buyers and a loan program would be really good. And second, I'm using a lot, I'm using a lot one of these mortgage applications. I just tried to see, any of you have some kind of a nice mortgage application just when we are talking, because many of the clients, the other day it happened, I just went there, they were talking with the lender, he wasn't, replying them, it was, we were in an open house and etc. They said that they already have lender. I just bring up this application, try to calculate an average of what would be paid. We go the number they are asking and etc. So
Yes,
we have a good application.
I'm gonna give you one, it's called Mortgage News Daily, Mortgage News Daily. It's this one. Download it and you can figure out payments on there. Okay, and it actually. gives
So you're
you-
just putting all the numbers and then it's
Yeah.
giving you?
Yeah.
What's the?
Mortgage News Daily.
Mortgage.
But nothing takes away them talking to the lender, because of course, the numbers are a little bit complicated, so I have to kind of like, no, don't worry about it, it's this, it's that, versus them going on there and like, oh my goodness. So, we're always gonna have to have a human touch on it. So as much as you can, try to refer them to a lender so that the lender can actually soften the blow, especially if it's gonna be a buy down or a program with down payment, because like the I-10 numbers, you need 15% down. You know what I mean? But one of the things I didn't touch up on another one is the debt servicing.
Oh, so, we have a skew of special financing. So for investors, we have a debt servicing, program, which essentially is no income documentation. We don't have to see where the down payment comes. Essentially, if the property is rents, services it, if the rent pays the mortgage, we'll go ahead and approve it with you guys and your investor can buy it. They don't have to have even previous investor investment, but they do have to own a primary residence. So they don't have to have previous investor, experience, but they do have to own a primary residence. That's the only way that we're saying, hey, you're not trying to buy a first time home and avoid you showing us all of your documentation. But it is a good way for investors to be able to say, hey, I file my taxes in a good way. I can't show them. So if they have 20% down, 25% down, depending on the units, we will send out an appraisal. And if the rental income covers the mortgage payment, we'll go ahead and
You're
make that.
set, so the rents qualify. Now, we have 15 minutes. We have to get ready for another presentation. If you guys want to join us, we're gonna be in my office. It's a presentation.
Hold on.
Tell them a little bit.
So I'm also involved with an organization by the name of Upper Central, which we own and operate a real estate hub to really have an all-in-one place for your real estate business. What I'm going to be showing on is actually setting the foundation to be in a position to scale your real estate business, right? A lot of people can do it, they can duplicate it, they can close a good amount of deals a year, but there's certain things that have to take place before you can actually kind of scale it at a level where we're seeing these agents that are closing the crazy amounts of deals month over month, month over month. And because you attend or take advantage of the offer that we're going to be giving, you will get access to the system fully free for 30 days. You're going to get 5,000 data records that we use for our data stack that is seller information. It's going to be really good if you're interested in trying to find more sellers or scaling your real estate business. It's going to be a 30-minute presentation. Feel free to stick around, and I'm going to be jumping into that at 12 o'clock very quickly. Yeah, they're going to have it up here at 12 o'clock. I'm going to be in the other room talking. You'll still see my pretty face, hopefully, but and then after that, if you guys wanted to meet with me on it, feel free to let me know.
So it's not in this room though?
Yeah, they're gonna have it, they're gonna have the presentation up here.
Oh.
So if you stay here, if you grab something to eat, and you'll be able to take a look at it.
Well, we're gonna take a little break to eat, and whoever needs to put money in their meters, please do so, and then we're gonna come back. And he's gonna be giving some free stuff away, so hopefully, you can enjoy it. Thank you very much for coming. Come and